Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and episode number 21 in the Did You Know series as we take a look at more things that you might not know in WWE 2K22. Now before we get to our first thing, if you're new to the channel and you want to find out about all the new things, the secrets and the Easter eggs that are contained in the game, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future episodes. Did you know there's a hidden victory motion for Bray Wyatt's Funhouse persona? Previously in the series, we covered how 2K had included a new entrance motion for Bray Wyatt, as his new entrance motion can be found in Create an Entrance under the name Funhouse Friend. In an update to this, the Christian Coalition reveals that there's also a new victory motion for Bray, though unlike the entrance motion which you can find in Create an Entrance, the victory motion is actually hidden.
Statement victory by this guy tonight. This match is why his name is mentioned when superstars get asked about dream matches.
For players wanting to assign this victory motion, the user DeathLife #39889 has uploaded a blank creation that already has the motion assigned. Therefore, if you download this creation and head into Create a Victory, then you can choose to copy the victory motion to the character you want. Doing this, I copied the motion over to a Bray Wyatt creation from Azortheus. Therefore now, whenever this creation wins a match, it actually uses Bray's new hidden motion. Did you know you can revert the NXT Cruiserweight Championship back to the WWE version? When the Cruiserweight Championship moved to NXT, the championship was updated to feature the NXT logo on the centre plate rather than the WWE logo, with this change also reflected in-game, as the championship is now known as the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Something you might not know though is that the old WWE version of the title can still be used, as Corey Sorrell reveals that the championship will revert back to the previous design whenever a custom side plate is in use. For example, if you assign the title to Jordan Devlin, then you'll notice that he comes out with the new version of the belt. However, should you head into Create Championship and assign Devlin a set of custom side plates, then this will cause the championship to revert back to the WWE version, with Devlin now appearing with the old version of the belt. Did you know that Walter features an alternate entrance video when playing in the NXT UK arena? This one was suggested by KSkills2, who points out a change to Walter's entrance video, as using Walter in the majority of the in-game arenas such as NXT or Raw, we'll see Walter come out with his regular Imperium entrance video. However, should you play as Walter in the NXT UK arena, then Walter will instead enter with his own Customtron featuring a portrait of his face.
The ring general has arrived. The longest reigning NXT UK champion ever.
Did you know there's multiple cutscenes that can be triggered when going backstage? When playing a Falls Count Anywhere match and making your way up the ramp towards the stage, you'll see a backstage prompt appear above the player's head, which when pressed will trigger a short animation that sees the player go backstage with their opponent running after them. Once the game loads the backstage area, another short animation will play with both players emerging in the backstage area before the game then transitions back to gameplay. Whilst these animations are the ones that players will see the most, something you might not know is that there's also an alternate animation that can be triggered while dragging your opponent. In order to trigger this animation, lock up with your opponent by pressing the grapple button, then press L1 on PlayStation or LB on Xbox to transition into a drag and drag your opponent towards the stage, then press L1 or LB when you see the backstage prompt appear. Doing this will trigger an alternate animation where you can be seen dragging your opponent, with the animation then continuing into the next area as you can be seen throwing them to the floor. Did you know that Humberto Carillo has a unique reversal when reversing certain kicks? This one was suggested by possibly Blitz, who points out a unique reversal animation for Humberto Carillo, as rather than use one of the standard reversal animations, reversing certain kicks with Humberto will see him perform this unique reversal.
Able to interrupt the attack.
Did you know that Road Dogg's microphone will change depending on the arena he's in? This one was suggested by Omitted Monk 7, who points out a nice piece of attention to detail during Road Dogg's entrance, as rather than being limited to a current or classic WWE microphone, this year there are also additional mics depending on the arena that you're in. For example, should you use Road Dogg in one of the current WWE arenas such as Raw or Smackdown, then Road Dogg will appear with the modern microphone featuring the current WWE logo. Meanwhile, if you use Road Dogg in one of the NXT arenas, then rather than feature the modern WWE microphone like they have in the past, this year Road Dogg will feature a new NXT mic. Jumping back in time, this is also true when using Road Dogg in one of the classic WWE arenas, as this will see the mic replaced with a classic microphone featuring WWE's scratch logo. Jumping back even further, should you use one of the earliest WWE arenas, such as SummerSlam 88, Road Dogg will come out with another classic microphone, with this one featuring a WWE logo that's based on the New Generation era. As for non-WWE arenas, such as WCW's Monday Nitro, then these also have their own microphones, as non-WWE arenas will use a generic version of the classic mic. Did you know it's possible to break out with the worms as the Boogeyman? One of the best things about playing as the Boogeyman in SmackDown vs Raw 2009 came at the end of matches, as the Boogeyman's victory scene would see him dish out a meal of worms to his opponents. However, when it comes to 2K22, while the Boogeyman does still have worms, rather than feed them to his opponents, the Boogeyman can be seen eating them himself. Despite this, Omashida reveals that should you use the Breakout feature to break out of the animation and regain control of the Boogeyman, then this will see the worms stay in place, allowing you to attack your opponent with the worms on show. While this is just a visual thing, there's plenty of fun that you can have depending on the moves that you use. Should you drag your opponent over to the ropes and then press the grapple button followed by the heavy attack button, then this will see the Boogeyman use one of his assigned biting moves, which gives off the impression of him feeding the worms to his opponent. Now this is just one example of the moves that you can perform from Boogie's regular moveset, but there's also additional moves that you could try assigning, with some of my favourites being the forehead bite 2 or Paige's repeating headbutts, which see the Boogeyman slowly crawling over his opponent. As a bonus Easter egg, for anyone wanting to see the worms up close with better lighting, should you break out with the Boogeyman's victory scene and make your way up the ramp, then this will trigger an ending cutscene that shows the player leaving, with this cutscene giving you a close-up look at the worms. Alongside this animation, there's also a second cutscene that can trigger randomly when the breakout ends, with this cutscene seeing the camera cut to the crowd before then showing the player leaving the ringside area. So there you go, that was more things that you might not know in WWE 2K22. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new, and if you did, I would love it if you could drop it a like to show your support, as well as leaving a comment below to let me know what you made of today's features and if there's any other secrets, hints or Easter eggs that you think I should cover. While you're there, if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel for more Did You Know episodes and smack that bell notification icon so that you can be notified the second a new video drops. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.